Hey, good morning. It is Friday, October 31st. It's 7:06 a.m. Central Time. I saw on Financial Juice that we were going to get some news or whatever, but obviously the government shut down and nothing actually showed up on the calendar. I think they removed that, so I thought that was pretty funny. So, I guess one interesting thing here is that I think everybody's probably seen that OpenAI is looking to IPO with a $1 trillion valuation, which is amazing. Um, and so that just fuels everything with AI, I think. And probably people are going to start looking more and more to buy into private shares of OpenAI. And everybody probably wants to get as much exposure to AI as possible. So I think maybe we're here. This is it. So I thought that was interesting when I looked at what was happening here on the news docket. So there was meant to be some PCE, I think, but I guess they just took some time to take it off. I think these Treasury estimates may not come. I think there's U.S. non-farm payroll scheduled for November 7th, may not come. So we will see. But then we also had a lot of earnings. It looks like, ABBV, Exxon, Chevron. So that definitely happened. Saw some stuff that Nvidia was in Korea recently, or Nvidia CEO was in Korea. A lot of hype happening there. So yeah, that is what things look like on the AI front. So it looks like NQ and ES are um, bullish and gold is bearish, and that actually is confirmed across all three AIs. So I think that is the consensus of what people are saying. I guess we'll take that with a grain of salt. When it comes to the option flow yesterday, with options that expire in the next week, if I'm looking at premium over 1 million, so big money, have lot of big SPY bets to the downside. Um, how much is this? 7 million, 2 million, 2 million, so like 10 plus million that expire. Two of them expire today, so we'll see. But it looks like they're kind of the spot and the strike are pretty far apart, and so this might be more like a short, more or less, just like as close to a short as you can get. Um, so we'll just kind of see how that goes, but it's kind of interesting. When you look at overall for gold spy and the Qs, everything is bearish. Qs are bearish, spies are bearish, but gold still holding strong bullish. So we'll kind of see how things shake out there. The biggest bet expiring a couple weeks from now or next week. So we shall see. And then I guess quick look on all the indexes here. So NQ, SPY, I mean, everybody had kind of this little drop down and then they were pushing back up, little drop down, pushing back up. I think like Apple had earnings and they had a drop and then they reversed really quickly. Um, and so we'll see what the other mega techs look like. But nice little just sweep of all this, getting more longs and up we go. So let's see. It looks bullish there. I guess that pullback is pretty healthy to get more people in. Russell. It's interesting. While all of this is happening and NQ and ES are pushing up, Russell is going down. Dow is kind of still holding up but sideways. Nice wick action here, but it didn't break this low here, this 47,500s. So it looks pretty strong still. So we'll see how that goes. VIX still pretty cool. Dollar is kind of coming back to life, so that's interesting. Um, so we'll keep an eye on that, see if it can break above this level. Also, the 10-year Treasury note yields are coming back to life a little bit. And also, gold is coming back to life. So we got 2 green days in a row. And so we actually broke the high pre market. So we could keep pushing up. I think, for 80s or so. I'll put an alert there. So I'll definitely be keeping an eye on that. If we look at the mega tech here, so Apple's interesting. I think there was some charts floating around that it had a big flush. Um, yeah, it had a big flush. Can I see electronic trading hours here? Hmm. Well, anyways, so it had a big flush and then now it's pushing back up. It looks like now we're gapping up the highs. Looks like Microsoft tried to test that high and it still, it went all the way back down and closed that gap. So we'll see. Amazon looks like we are gapping up crazy. Yeah, I think I heard on the news they had really good earnings. I think their like growth was like 12% and AI is working and all this stuff. It's pretty crazy, but up they go. And Google is just holding up. It's amazing. So I think we're just shaking it all off. It's great. Now Meta, I think they had earnings that people didn't like what Zuckerberg was saying, and it wasn't really clear where all the ROI on the spend that is happening. So that is something to kind of watch here. Nvidia is all the hype. It's you know it is up there. So we'll see how that goes. Interesting. Tesla kind of sold off here, but now we're pushing back up. So let's see. We're kind of coiling. Let's see if we can make it back up there. And then the Qs are the Qs. Looks like we're gonna had that down close, and now we're kind of gonna gap back up. So again, holding above all of this. So I think a lot of people got trapped trying to short here. Um, so there you go. Tech is strong. Let's not fight it. It is what it is. It's pretty amazing. And then if we look at the super spy, should I save this? Yes. Look at the super spy here. Broadcom, kind of relief pullback. Berkshire, still kind of falling here. JP Morgan, still pushing up. Let's see what happens at the highs. LLY, nice earnings, pushing up still. Visa just hanging out. Did we have earnings already, or is that today? No, we had earnings already. Um, so that's interesting. I think Netflix, there was some positive news, and so it is kind of pushing up. Um, I I don't know. 1,000 still feels like it's within play. Costco still holding up here at support, so that's interesting. And then the spy is the spy with the runaway, you know, with so here's the cool thing. So spy actually kind of closed that gap. And so I guess that makes people happy. And then now we're pushed back up. So yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But I feel like because of this pullback, that feels healthy, and I guess shorts are happy and all that. And then we have that push back up. Maybe if they were short expecting us to go more, then they're kind of screwed now, and up we go. But if you were intraday, I think you were happy about that. So there you go. Um, and then on the gold front, so I started kind of putting this view together just to kind of get a sense of how gold moves. Um, and so let's see for the gold futures here versus what we're actually seeing on well gold the ETF versus what we're seeing on futures. So strong close on the ETF, right? Green. And then on the future side, we're breaking the highs of all that. I know there was some dark pull levels traded here at this three, kind of at the close. So this 370.50. So we'll just see if price can continue upward. I like this nice gap that you see here in this ETF, which coincides, I think, to about here. So I haven't figured out how to do the conversion just yet. Um, so I'll be watching that. But we could go up and close that gap here. So we'll be watching that on futures. So just keeping an eye. Bitcoin, I mean, it is an alternative asset, as is gold. And so just trying to see how that moves in relation. Still hold it up, but a little bit sideways. I think gold looks a little bit more appealing here. And then we have um, dollar here, just kind of monitoring that, even though it's on the other charts, and then monitoring the overall commodities index and just seeing if broader market is driving up gold, and it looks like gold is driving up itself. And then this like tip bonds ETF, where if this goes down, then it should be bullish for gold. If it's going up, it should be bearish, and so we're kind of sideways, but kind of pushing up. So we'll see. Um, just kind of learn a little bit more about this and kind of watch how it prices in direction. But I think for me, for gold, I am really interested in how price, if we can get above this level and close this gap. So I feel like there's more upside before there is downside on gold, and I think price on the futures is kind of showing that green close, broke the highs of all of this resistance since Tuesday, and let's see if we can just kind of push back up. So from a trading standpoint, I think what I'm going to be looking for, let me save this. If we go to the charts here. So yeah, starting with gold. So we got this whole gap situation, and actually let me electronic trading hours. I mean, there's still these dark pull levels, so I will see how price reacts again up here. And so it's right now hanging out at this dark pull level. So I'm going to just see if we can get up here. I think this might be a good place to go short. Um, but if this is strong as we open here in the next hour, could join long, if we reclaim above VWAP here and just kind of stay green, like I will ride it back up to that. So let's see. I mean, these dark pull levels kind of act as magnets for me. So we'll just see what price does there. But I feel like up is the way. It really, price is saying that we want to go up. So let's see. And then so this is electronic work. Yeah, electronic. So ES is up. We're going back up into these dark pool levels where we fell off. It's interesting. You had some selling imbalance here at the lows in the afternoon, and so all these people are trapped. So let's see if we can just push up here and go, or if this acts as resistance. So this is going to be 692s to 6927s. So I'm really just watching how price reacts here. Um, and probably similar on the Qs. Yeah, so on the Qs, we're kind of in between the dark pull levels, in between like these two, which kind of is similar to the ES. But again, like we're at these levels, so I just want to see how price reacts here. If we reclaim it and stay above and go, I think we can go and try to test highs. If not, I think we'll fall over. Maybe here, if we break this, then yeah, people will sell off. I think in between here, maybe there's not a trade. I'd like to see us break above or reject or break below. Um, just because NQ can whip around a lot, and I don't want to get chopped up here. I think with ES, like there is a dark pull down here, but there's more range to play with, for me at least. And so, yeah, I just want to see how price reacts here. So that's what I'll be looking for. Yeah, I don't think there's anything news wise coming today. And I think I closed my earnings window. Oops. So I don't know if that there's anything for earnings today as well. Well, I mean, Chevron and all that, but I think all the big stuff is out of the way. So we'll just see how price reacts at those levels. Cool. Well, that is it for me, and good luck. Thank you.